it going a little early, to see what's going on with the connection and if everything's gonna work out properly. So bear with me and we'll get started soon. Should be working on Facebook as well as YouTube. Alright. And one more minute and we'll get started. Experience and witness your marvelous creation, and for the opportunity to connect for a higher purpose. May we rise above the chaos of this wicked world. May we be uplifted and find balance and become grounded. We love you, we thank you, we honor you, and we praise you. In your holy and righteous name, in the name of your risen and exalted Christ, and in the name of your divine reminder, Messiah in our midst, we pray. Amen. Peace, peace, everyone. How's everybody doing? Welcome to Zewdy Zen Zone. Welcome back for those of you who have been here, and welcome to those who may be here for the first time. Zewdy, curator of the Zen, and this is just a virtual sacred space where we come together to, as I mentioned in the prayer, rise above the chaos of this wicked world and focus on the power of positive thinking and just, forward thinking, forward movement, despite the uncertainty of the environment of the world, staying in the present, not running away from the trials and difficulties, and appreciating the present moment and making the most of it. Oh, it has been quite a year, hasn't it? Peace, I see folks joining. Peace, Aaliyah. Peace, Thad. Peace, Melun Musa. He says, hi, assalamu alaikum, my dear Zewdy. How you doing? I'm doing fine, by the grace of Allah. Just kind of reflecting. This is episode 35 of Zewdy Zen Zone, but I've technically been going live on here on YouTube specifically for like the last 40 weeks, which is really interesting. know what this was going to become. Peace, peace, shalom. Yeah, but it's been interesting. Before we move forward, I do want to shout out those who have donated between last week and this week. And last week was interesting. There were a lot of new donors, which I appreciate. So we've got Dale, shout out to Dale, Laketrick, Jamond, Carlos, who I don't know who you are, Carlos, but thank you for your donation. Rashawn from the Gulag, that's an insider, and then an anonymous person, someone who did not want to be named. So I'm just putting that out there. Thank you guys for your donations, for your contributions. They greatly help me, get things done and keep the content coming. And inshallah, God willing, in 2021, there will be more to look forward to. Not just this typical Zen Zone, although I do plan to continue with the Zen Zone, but I plan to have more content as well. I've been planning for a while, but planning and preparation. I do feel that 2020 was very much that. A year of planning and preparation that was sort of sprung upon many of us to be that. And but how's everybody doing? How have you been? How's everyone feeling? It's the end of the year. Whew, it's been a rough one, but we made it. Thank God we made it. I'm so thankful for my life. I'm so grateful for my life, especially during this time. I'd like to think that I always am, and so I do strengthen my gratitude through the things that I do, prayer and the way that I live my life, which would indicate that I value it and I'm thankful for it. But it's been such a tough year for many people. There has been a lot of loss of life, of employment, of even housing, homes for some people. And it really has been a trying year for many. So I want to acknowledge that and send out a prayer for those who are really struggling, really going through it. And I also want to remind you all, as I was reminded by a good friend, that we all are going through our different struggles and trials, and people have different things going on, different intensities. Sorry, I still have some fruit flies, and I have some juice over here, so I know they're probably very attracted to that. But yeah, we're all going through things, and just really try to take it easy and be easy with others. Have compassion for others, because there are some things that we are aware of that people are dealing with, and there are many things that we are unaware of. So, let's do better by one another, by being kind to one another and considerate of people's circumstances, their feelings, and, reach out to your loved ones, really check on them and ask them how they're doing, sincerely, genuinely, if there's anything that you can do to help or assist, make things easier, All right. Oh, by the way, my dear, I'm a girl. I'm not a boy. Oh, I'm so sorry. I apologize. Melun. Am I saying your name correctly? Okay, let me look at Facebook on my phone because that might make it easier. By the way, I don't know if y'all can tell, I might be looking just a little toasted. I don't know if y'all can tell. If you can, I have not, gone on some kind of vacation or Caribbean getaway or anything like that. I've just been getting as much sun as I can here in Georgia while it is winter. Okay, I see folks on Facebook. Peace, Solomon, peace, Mums, Tesfu, and that's all I see so far on here. By the way, so you guys see that this little jar here, does something happen when you click on it? Would somebody do me a favor and click on it and see if it actually does anything? I'm not sure. But if anybody was interested in donating, contributing monetarily to assist with the content and the channel and all that kind of stuff, please feel free. The ways to do so are right here. So there's my Cashapp, which is just $Zewdy, PayPal @Zewdy, and Venmo @Zewdy. Thank you very much in advance. I definitely appreciate your financial help. So, where do I start? Peace, Nadik. Ya fikr and salam, yahonal, inshallah. My Amariya is not that great, but from context clues, I think I understand. Love and peace. I think that's what you were saying. Cosmo. Walaikum salam. I'll let's see. Oh, I'm not signed in over here. If somebody can type in the way to say the greetings. Oh, I see that Melun did already. But that's one way. Assalamu alaikum. Not with an I at the end of it. At the end of salam, some people put a U, so they might say it like assalamu alaikum. But the way that I say it is assalamu alaikum. 2020. What a year. In the beginning of the year, I was working a job that, I learned some skills from it, but it definitely wasn't, my career choice or my purpose. It was a good situation for what it was, and it definitely helped me helped me pay my bills. And I worked as much as I could. I was on my feet a lot, so it was straining on my back, and because I worked a lot and I was physically not in the best shape, I didn't really have that much time or mental space to really think of myself and what I wanted to do and how I was going to do it and move forward. I didn't have that. And I must say that I was on one hand, I was in a good place somewhat mentally and emotionally, because aside from that, I've been doing a lot of inner work, healing, studying to get to a better place. So I was already on a journey. But really when COVID hit and things started shutting down, people weren't able to work. As uncertain as it was, even for myself, it was honestly a relief for me, because I wasn't happy doing the work that I was doing. I was happy, for the reasons, the obvious reasons, supporting myself, and also what I believed I was helping to build at the time. But once I was home more and I had more time, I had nothing but time, literally. In a sense, it forced me to figure out what I was going to do next. And I'm really thankful. It forced me to be more creative and just think about the things that I like, the things that I do naturally. And I noticed a lot of people were in this place of fear, anxiety, uncertainty, and all that sort of thing, just connecting with people online. And I wasn't experiencing that. I was in more of a relief. I got real serious about my self-care during this time, especially when spring started to roll around, and I remember on even April the 4th, that day was so great. I got to go outside and meditate, take a spiritual bath, and that was a portal day, 444. And I just started going live on here. Sometimes on my Instagram, where I'm probably most active these days, I was on there, and from time to time I would just say things in my stories, and a lot of people would respond to them and tell me how much what I said helped them or made sense or really resonated with them, and just recalling that sort of thing. I was like, let me see what's up with this YouTube live situation. And so I started going live, checking in with the people, whoever was willing to listen, whoever got the notification that I was going live. And from that point on, it's grown. The community has been growing slowly but steadily, which I very much appreciate. Oh, greetings, Eric. I'm like, wait, what happened? You can't see me on the screen? But yeah, so, long story short, here we are. And I really look forward to 2021, because I feel like a lot of the groundwork has been done during this time, and I pray that many of you can say the same. That the groundwork, the preparation, the planning, all of that, what's necessary to really establish something. And something, talking to different people and watching different things online, there's this general consensus, especially when it comes to our people, Black people, that people, they're aware that 2021 is going to be a year of collaborating, a year of co-creating with others, with like-minded people, partnerships, that sort of thing. And I've been hearing a lot of this as of late, even with my sister who lives over here, different podcasts that I listen to, even, those who talk about predictions for the next year and stuff like that. And I just thought it was really interesting. But when I think about the time that we're living in, it makes a lot of sense. More and more people are coming to realize that we cannot do it alone. Whatever it is that we're doing, we're out to do, and we're endeavoring, we can't do it alone. Different brands, different products, different businesses, of course, require different people with different specialized skills and that sort of thing, of course, in your one brand. But even with your one brand, to reach more people and to connect with a broader audience, you gotta collaborate with other people. And I think that we're going to see so much of that this year. And I think that seeing how so many people lost their jobs and people are becoming entrepreneurs for the first time, many people, others had started their entrepreneurial journey but were still kind of depending on their corporate job or things like that, and may have lost that and now have sort of been forced to get this thing off the ground and running. And I think it's forcing us to unite, which is a great thing, because our unity, if we only knew the strength and the power and the potential that we all have, but together, that makes me think of the most recent tweet by the Honorable Minister Farrakhan. One of his most recent tweets from the other day. He said, every one of us has something to offer the struggle. You can't say that you got it all or I got it all, but together we have it all. And until we think for the whole and not for a few of us getting this or that, we'll be the loser. There it goes right there. We all have gifts and talents and skills and abilities, and we all have something that can suffice or service a need. But how do we figure out what that thing is? And how do we figure out how to develop it, cultivate it, and really maximize? And we need unity. We need it more than ever. But I see it happening. Even with myself. By the way, this right here is cinnamon, dandelion, ginger. Is that it? Yeah. And a little bit of honey. When I finish my tea, I'm going to have some juice. I had my bean soup for dinner, and I'm just so happy. This is day 4? Yeah, this is day 4, and the soup is just so good. Anyway, let me see what everybody's saying. That said, I'm glad I looked at your page before that. I saw you were going live on here. When did you start seeing it? I mean, did you start going on my page like recently and before I started going live? Oh, you said you'll BRB. Kaija D, Greetings. Okay. And what are the folks saying here? If I can see. Okay. Actually, somebody said, you getting old by the day. Well, I mean, isn't everyone? But physically, I feel great. I feel better than I have in probably the last 15 years, honestly. And for those of you that don't know, I'm 30. Oh, that reminds me. We need to do a check. So, where's everybody at? ASL, age, sex, location. Y'all know, 30, female, Georgia. But yeah, man, I feel great. So, you know, for that person who said that I'm getting older by the day, maybe you mean that I'm getting more mature, in which, you know, I will accept because I'm striving to be, you know, I've got some childlike things about me and youthfulness. These are things that I know, these are things that I am aware of, but I'm also striving, I'm also feeding my mind knowledge, and, you know, knowledge, it will form you if you let it. And so, I would like to think I'm maturing by the day. You know, Allah knows best. And those who are around me, those who know me and have more of a personal relationship with me may be able to tell me better than myself, you know, based on their experience with me, that sort of thing. Okay, let's see. 40 male, London, UK. That's what's up. I think that the health corporation is not going to do anything for the world, but to heal themselves, when we should come together and figure out a plan to conquer COVID. 25. Ugh, 25. Don't give that thing any more years. So yesterday was a full moon in Cancer. She is home. She has come home to Cancer. I planned on doing something special. Usually for the last several years, for full moons and new moons, I would participate in a Kundalini yoga ritual. Of course, before it was in person with a Kundalini yogi. Shout out to Shakisha. And if you're interested in her services, inshallah, she'll be back up and doing things soon. But her handle is Look Within Shah, SHA, on Instagram. But anyway, what I was saying was that usually I would participate with her in person, and, you know, during this year, virtually, doing a new moon or full moon yoga ritual with her. But we didn't have one scheduled for this time. So, you know, I plan to do some releasing rituals and things like that. But to my surprise, last night, I don't even remember going to bed. I went to bed earlier than usual, and, you know, before I could do anything. So it's okay. We still have the energy of the full moon present today, so I can do whatever I want to do. But one of the things I really like to do, I like to do this around seasonal changes. I like to cleanse. So I already started that process with cleaning up in the house. But I want to do a real deep cleanse during this full moon energy, as well as ending out the Gregorian calendar year. So I've already started like with sweeping and getting rid of stuff, but I prepared the water that I want to use to cleanse. So I used cinnamon, ginger, bay leaf, what else? Oh, and I have some soaps that have frankincense and myrrh in them. So I'm gonna combine that water with that soap and just cleanse the whole place. Of course, I'm gonna sage. I'm gonna do frankincense. I'll start with sage because the way that sage works is that it takes everything out. So energetically cleansing, it takes out everything. And then when I burn the frankincense afterwards, that will raise the vibration of the place afterwards. Right now, actually, I want to burn a little bit of Palo Santo. This stuff smells amazing. I told y'all about the resin that's like sort of gray, and it's so potent, but it's so expensive. So we're gonna have to do with the Palo Santo sticks, and they're sufficient. You know, they do what they're supposed to do. They smell so good. So, do any of you all do anything for the full moon? Do you have any New Year, not just resolutions, but I guess rituals, or anything that you like to do? Oh, this smells so good. Greetings, Broken Riku. She says, oh, hello, Zewdy in chat. Wait, are you a guy? I don't know. Broken Riku, are you a male or a female? I'm really not sure. Okay. 30 male, Dallas, Texas. I know I said it once again, but I'll say it. I know I said it once, but I'll say it again. Peace and blessings to that dweeb's beeb. Oh, is she here? SM says, this beat is fire. Well, I really like the music that's playing back here. We have the frequencies 963 hertz, 852 hertz, and 639 hertz. And these resonate with the pineal gland, the third eye, and the heart chakra. So yeah, I want to assume that nobody's doing anything as far as like going out for New Year's. I really hope that you're not, you know. Things are just still not safe, and don't know when they will be. We just gotta be patient. You know, I would say most people, or many people, miss being out and about, being able to travel freely in the land and the planet. But to not do so in order to let this thing take its course or run its course, really it's a small sacrifice. It's a small sacrifice. I'm telling you. I miss my family, I miss my friends. I miss that freedom. But it's not worth letting this thing prolong. It's not worth putting anybody else at risk for the sake of my vain desires, you know? So, I'm still quarantining for the most part, so social distancing, not really going anywhere unless I really need to. Essentials, you know, outside of the grocery store and gas station. Ain't too many places I've been going. And it's all good. It's all good. Peace, Greta. How are you, beloved? Thank you for joining us. For those who are speaking in Amharic, I apologize, but I don't speak Amharic fluently. I only know some words. Tinishbicha. Okay? Kaija D says, "Say, what's that you're burning again? Resin? I've only tried pine several times. I've heard of sage and bay leaf." So what I'm burning right now, this one is Palo Santo, and I want to say it's from Peru or the Amazon. The Palo Santo trees, they do have a resin form, which is so much more potent, but it's really expensive. Like a pound of it, from where I find it, is like $80. Whereas a pound of, let's say, frankincense, you can find for $15-$20. But this works out pretty well. The sticks, they last. They don't burn continuously, like if you put a resin on a coal or something like that. But it still does what it's supposed to do. I really like Palo Santo, to be honest. Sometimes before I go to bed, what I like to do with a Palo Santo stick is burn it, and I like to put it around my hands and my feet and around my head, sometimes my heart too, but I like to do that before I go to bed. And I really feel that my head really likes this. Like my crown chakra, I feel like Palo Santo and my crown have a connection. I don't know how to explain it, but that's just what I get when I use it. When I use the stick, when I burn the resin, and even when I use the essential oil. Why did you say sorry for hearts broken, Riku? We love hearts here. Salam Ibrahim. Greta says, I'm thankful to be alive and with my loved ones. Yes, ma'am. Of all the things that we could be, let us be thankful. Let us be grateful that we're still alive. A lot of people didn't make it. Let us really be so thankful and grateful for our lives, and let us demonstrate that gratitude and that thankfulness by the way we live our lives, by the way that we treat ourselves, by investing in our health, by, of course, giving thanks and praises to our Creator, because we didn't give ourselves this life, and remembering that we're not the authors of our lives is is something that should really help us to be humble and grateful. And humility and gratitude go hand in hand. But man, 2020 has been such an interesting year. We've had such cool, profound conversations over here in the Zen Zone. Just even thinking about gratitude and humility, and how I remember that was a subject for one of the episodes. But of course it comes up because humility and gratitude are ever relevant. We did a lot of focusing on self-care, self-improvement, self-healing, authenticity. We focused on femininity for a while and virtue. We talked about modesty. We talked about a lot of different things moving forward, even when people who knew you one way are trying to keep you that way or hold you back, are not supporting you in your growth and in your changes. But with all of the different things that we've discussed and gone over, it all started with self. It all starts with focusing on self and self-development, self-improvement, knowledge of self. And I can honestly say that having this Zen Zone every week, not only is it something that I look forward to, but it really brings me joy and gives me, another sense of purpose, because when I come together with y'all and you bring your questions or your subjects that you want to hear being discussed, or even your feedback, your commentary on things that we do discuss, I learn so much at the same time, and I'm thankful, and I feel really good that people can come here and benefit some way, somehow. A word that is said or shared, something that somebody shared from their own experience, And I'm just really thankful for this. It gave me an outlet, and I pray that 2021 will only be better. And even with what I was mentioning earlier about 2021 being a year of collaborations and co-creation, partnerships, unity, community, things of that sort, I'm definitely a part of that. Even getting this together, getting the Zen Zone together, has taken a lot of teamwork with some of my good friends who have helped me, advised me with different things, and I plan to continue to have that teamwork and strengthen that teamwork, and also having the Zen Zone grow in that way to where I can have a conversation with someone live, and we'll have more people in that way. We'll have more interaction, more engagement. So as much as I do appreciate those of you who watch and listen as is, I think it'll just be more fun, maybe more entertaining at times to have that, and also just broaden things as well, because I have ideas, I have thoughts, I have feelings and interests and all that kind of stuff, but to bring somebody on who maybe like-minded in some ways, but has expertise and their own perspective, their own background. You know, I think it'll be a great thing to have as the Zen Zone grows. So yeah, look out for that. I do intend to make that happen, inshallah, very soon. Maybe like once or twice a month. If I technically have like about 4 Zen Zones a month, I think having like a guest on once or twice a month would be pretty cool. Let me know what you guys think. If you're watching this later on, let me know in the comments what you think is, and you know, of course, those of you in the live chat, let me know as well. Greetings, Ria. Cosmo says, if you made a spiritual Allah album, I would totally bump that in my stereo as live as I can. I don't know what that would sound like. I like to think that everything that I do with intention, I am doing as a spiritual practice. Literally everything, you know? So, of course, the expected or the normal things like prayer and meditation, those things are looked at as spiritual. Even study, when you're studying spiritual things like the Bible or the Holy Quran or the self-improvement study guides, Message to the Black Man, any of the books by the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, you know, those things may be more easily seen as spiritual because they're more obvious. But I think everything can be spiritual when you make it that way, and when Allah is in the forefront of your mind, and when, you know, when you're thinking about God as you do things. So I like to say that in my cooking, when I make food, when I prepare food, even when I prepare something as simple as a smoothie or bio coffee, when I make tea, all of that to me is spiritual because of the intention, because I'm talking to Allah as I'm doing it, and I'm thanking Allah. So, you know, you might not look at it that way, but that's spiritual. And even cleaning is a spiritual thing. I mean, that might be a little more obvious because the saying, cleanliness is close to godliness, but we say cleanliness is godliness. And I bear witness to that because the cleaner I am in mind, in body, in environment, the more life I feel in me, the more lively I am in general when I'm allowing myself to be purified spiritually, physically, all that stuff, you know. Yeah, everything can be spiritual, not just the things that you may consider to be, you know, obviously that, but everything that you do, in my humble opinion. Jalissa Moreland, hello my queen. I am so sorry I'm late. Oh, that's okay. I'm glad that you made it, Jalissa. Although we are wrapping it up. And this is the last Zen Zone of the year, of the month of the year. It's been an interesting time. And, you know, some people have come and gone. Some people have come. You all have come in different stages of the Zen Zone. And I appreciate your presence. I appreciate you being here for whatever it is. If you have any really memorable moments during the Zen Zone, please feel free to share that. I would show you guys Jasper, but he's sleeping. I can see him from where I am. Just, he's knocked out, and I don't want to disturb him. But Jasper has been quite a highlight in my life. But for the Zen Zone too, I like to show him. Oh, he just repositioned himself. So I feel like he knows I'm talking about him. But yeah, like I remember when I was doing the Zen Zone outside, and there was this lady coming through, you know, trying to sell something. And then I showed you guys her, and Jasper was on the car, and she was petting Jasper. That little moment was pretty highlight-ish for me. I don't know how it was for you if you were watching. Okay, somebody says you better start with 2 guests per month. Yeah, that'll be pretty cool. Okay, alhamdulillah. Alright. Okay, before I wrap this thing up, I do want to continue with the Zen Zone's gemstones. So, what I got here today, I think I've shown this earlier. I want to open up to the page in this book. All right. So, one of my favorite stones that I have several pieces, and I love to give the stone to people as well, is Selenite. Now, I really like this stone for different reasons, but just its appearance, it just looks like a laser beam to me, like of pure white light. This is one of my bigger stones. And I have 2 actually behind me right here. Selenite towers. So just to give you guys a little information about the stones from this book, some of the keywords associated with selenite are spiritual activation, communion with higher self, attuning to the universal mind lattice, integration of heart awareness with the brain and mind. Okay? We need that. We need that connection. And this, the chakras that it's good for, I've always heard that it's good for all, that it helps to align the chakras. Like if you put a selenite tower or wand with your spine, against your spine, I heard that it helps to align all of your chakras. But this book says that this is really good for the third eye, the crown, and the etheric, transpersona and etheric, so 8th through the 14th above the head. So there are more chakras aside from the main 7 that are like body bound. I don't know a whole lot about that, to be honest, so I'm not going to go into it, but I know that they go above. So there's that. Also, something that I've heard about selenite is that the purity of this stone, the energetic purity of it, that it doesn't need to be cleansed. So you know how with many stones you either cleanse them with water, salt water, or running water, river water, sink running water, saging or smudging with sage or frankincense or any of these other kinds of things. This stone, they say you don't need to, and that it can actually help to cleanse other stones when it's around them. And I believe that, but I do like to cleanse and charge these stones. Not with water, but I like to use moonlight, sunlight, and frankincense. The smoke from frankincense. People make crystal grids with these, put them around their body when they meditate, or even around their bed, so that when they sleep, it helps to recharge them. Of course, meditating with a piece of it, or having it near you, in your hand, on a part of your body. And I really like the way that they look. They're just they're beautiful. Especially when the light hits them. Woo! You see that? Just gorgeous. Well, yeah. So that's selenite. That's all I have to say about it for now. Well, if anybody has anything else they'd like to share before I get out of here. Oh, hi Antoine. Greetings. Good to see you as well. Thank you so much. Yeah, today I was just I don't know, just feeling like in a cozy mood. Like I was trying to find something real cozy to throw on and just be comfy, cozy. And I didn't really have what I was looking for, if that makes sense. But yeah, here in Georgia, it's been in the 50s and the 60s the last several days, so it hasn't been too cold yet. But this is only the beginning. I'm enjoying the weather as much as I can, getting sunlight whenever I can. The sun is really good for us, so I want to encourage all of you who are under the sound of my voice that when you can, please go outside, get some fresh air, get some sunlight, even if you just have to step outside of your home and just be right there on your stairs, or if you have a grassy area around you. You don't have to go anywhere far or around people for that matter. I really want to go hiking. I miss doing that. I miss being in nature on a regular basis in that way. Fortunately, I have a backyard, so I do have like a little bit of, I got a piece of nature. I got a chunk of it. And then, of course, I have my plants in my home and around my home that I tend to, so I get that. And I have trees that I hug and meditate with. But as far as just going out into wooded areas and stuff, I haven't done that in a while. I really miss it. But anyway, wa alaikum salam, Jenna. She said, salam alaikum, white drape scarf popping. This is actually an Ethiopian cloth. It was very comfy. I was like, let me put this on to help me get into my comfy zone, because that's just the mood I'm in right now. But yeah, it's been quite a time, quite a year. I'm thankful, I'm grateful. I learned a lot of things. I've had a lot of great experiences despite the negative ones. There's some down moments. There were some stressful moments. But all in all, I can only recall the good things. Oh, yes, ma'am. That's exactly how my inflection was, too. Girl, I know how it be. I know how he do. But we are wrapping this thing up, and I just really want to thank you all. I want to thank you for a wonderful time that we've had here in the Zen Zone. You know, this is still a relatively new thing, and God willing, it will continue to grow. You know, you'll tell your people about it. You'll come back with your feedback and your whatever it is that you would like to hear and contribute, and this thing will just keep on moving, keep on rolling. But I really had a great time. You know, time is precious, as we all know, but I pray that we all know it more. I pray that we all understand deeper the preciousness, the invaluable I don't know. I'm trying to think of a word. But time, really, it is priceless. Because you can't get it back. And we don't know how long we have. So let us be more mindful of that, more considerate of that, and do more. I feel like that ended at the perfect time. Yeah, let us be more considerate, more mindful of the time that we have, so that we can make the most of it, make the best of it, and strive to be more grateful, more compassionate. And I pray that 2021 is better for us all in different ways. And if we were, trying to figure it out during 2020, then it should be in some ways. Let's be more prayerful for ourselves, for each other, for our people. And I love you all. Thank you for tuning in. You know how to connect with me outside of the Zen Zone. I'm on Instagram, I'm on Twitter, Facebook, all that good stuff. And I pray that 2021 is a blessing. And I think that's all I have to say for now. So let's keep it pushing. Let's stay connected. Thank you for being such a wonderful part of my year. And I look forward to continuing to connect and reflect with you all. We are now exiting the Zen Zone.